Hey, so this is Julia Huffman. I'm at the Tulip Conference here in San Francisco having a little lunch break with Jarib. Jarib, why don't you tell me a little bit about what sandwich you just had?
And a cheesesteak sandwich with 30% cheese.
30% less cheese than allocated on the initial menu item, and how was that sandwich?
Very good.
All
It
right.
was very juicy.
Okay, perfect. That's a good segue. All right, so Jarib comes to us from Horuspay, which is an EOS application developed on the EOS platform, and it's focused on payroll. Why don't you tell me a little bit about what Horuspay is and how you got involved with EOS?
Well, I've been in the EOS community since the early beginnings, and I identified that EOS was solving a lot of the issues that other smart contract platforms were having, and it was better designed for a large scale applications. So our portal is designed to bring big companies or global companies into the space. So what we're doing is we're creating a portal that allows clients to change private encrypted payroll data.
Private encrypted payroll
Payroll
dating.
Data.
Dating.
Data.
Data. Okay,
Yes.
data. Okay.
On the blockchain. So clients will send payroll data to the database, and that database will make the data visible to the in-country payroll providers.
And so clients, who are the clients? I like to really break things down
Yes.
on my phone.
So,
All right, so who's the client?
So let's
You
say
have to
that
give me names, but like
let's say that you're Facebook and you have
on Facebook, okay.
yes, and you have 2,000 employees.
2,000 employees. Okay.
Yes, and then you have 2,000 employees globally
Okay.
in 20 different countries.
20 different countries. All right.
All
Yep,
right.
I have 20,000 employees in different.
So you
You can believe
currently
it, right? I don't think manage all those people, but I'm doing it. Okay.
currently you have two choices.
Okay.
Either you go outside of a global payroll provider, and then you go on your own and have your own vendors in those countries, but you're going to have 20 different ways of processing payroll.
And that's difficult, right? You're dealing with all these different people, from
Right.
different countries,
Correct.
and you ideally want it on one system.
Right.
That's where you come in.
And that's where we're coming. Currently, the other option will be to hire a global payroll vendor that provides one platform for all your countries. However, it comes with a catch. You have to utilize the vendors that they're partnered with.
That they partner. So they
Yes.
basically communicate with all these different without you having to do that.
Correct.
But
And
they
then
take a cut and
they take
Right.
a huge markup
right.
out of that, and then that also would triangulate communications and the data flow.
Right.
So
And it becomes messy.
it becomes very messy.
Okay.
So we're trying to bring innovation and then trying to create a portal that connects the clients directly with the vendors and skipping the middleman. So you will have the best out of everything. You will get, you'll be able to standardize your processes globally, streamline the processes with only one platform. And then you'll also be able to establish those relationships with the in-country vendors directly and not having to deal with the middleman.
So that's an example. I'm thinking that 20,000 employees.
Right.
I don't want to deal with 20 different vendors, and I don't want to deal with a global vendor that has contracts with ones that they cherry pick. I want to go to you.
Right,
So now I have a contract with you,
right.
right? And you're going to handle payroll for 20,000 employees globally.
So
How does this process work? How do you handle it differently than the global vendor?
So we're not going to be dealing with the customer itself. What we're doing is we're creating
the customer.
You're the customer.
Okay.
We're creating the tools for you to connect directly with the in-country payroll providers.
Oh, I see. So
So-
I don't have to have that middleman.
Correct.
So I can go to each single country, but it makes it easier for me and puts it all on one platform.
Correct. So
Okay.
we're going to be the only payroll application that is global that allows you to bring your own vendor or to create relationships with different vendors around the world and bring them to one portal, one platform.
So I can pick what vendors I want to have relationships with, and
Correct.
I don't have to rely upon a global vendor bringing those relationships. I can create my own. I can get better pricing,
Correct.
better margins,
Yes.
all through your platform, which is going to be built on the EOS platform.
Yes.
So why did you decide EOS?
Good question. So we decided to go with EOS because feeless transactions.
Feeless transactions. We talked about that in our last video, but maybe we can get a little primer on that.
So imagine that we have a vendor, or we have a client with 20,000 different employees, and then that client will be sending data constantly.
Okay.
New hires, commissions,
okay.
All the data that payroll uses. So every time the client sends data in a system like Ethereum or in any Neo or any other system, that client would need to pay gas or would need to pay for those transactions.
Yeah. So every time I want to send data, I have to pay a little bit of amount to do that.
Yes.
But on EOS you don't have to, and that was very attractive to you.
Yes.
Okay.
So it allows for adoption of companies that are outside of the blockchain ecosystem. They're not familiar with how gas operates.
Right.
But it could also, if without feeless transactions, it will get too expensive. Let's say that we also create an application to capture time and attendance. Every time an employee clocks in and out, it'll cost money to the company. So EOS was the perfect solution for us to build a payroll application like the one we're building because of feeless transactions, and also because it's scalable. EOS could do more transactions per second that other platforms can do. So,
interesting.
yes.
Okay. So I guess you come to this conference, right, to meet people, to get people interested in your product, and to meet investors. And hopefully we're going to see EOS launch formally in the next couple of days.
Right.
Give me a little bit about insight into when EOS launches.
Right.
How does your company sort of build into that? Because we talked about with our viewers today that EOS is an ecosystem, and your application is launching on top of that ecosystem.
Right.
But in sort of like a tangible way, if you could break it down, once EOS launches, like how do you become, how do you hit start and you're going?
Right.
Like how does that whole process go?
So yeah, we're coming to this conference with the idea of meeting people and expanding our team, our developer team. So we're currently looking for developers because.
So actually, if anyone's watching, what kind of experience would they need to have?
We're open to interview any type of developer.
Okay.
We're looking for front-end developers, back-end developers.
Front-end, back-end.
And
but do they need experience on EOS?
not necessarily.
Do they need JavaScript experience?
We're open to, because EOS is so new.
Yeah.
And it's hard. I mean, EOS is launching now. It's very hard to find people that are experienced on EOS because it's very new.
Pipeline problem.
So we're looking for people that are willing to adventure and learn with us and go through that learning curve. And the good thing is that those people are going to be very seasoned. In 2 years from now, they're going to be very experienced on EOS because they have experience since the beginning. So it's very attractive.
That's interesting, like a profile. Here's a young company starting out on the EOS platform, and it's one of it's a big name. Like a lot of people that are in EOS would recognize this name. But for developers looking to get in, I mean, profile. You heard it from the man here. It could be anything. You just need experience, and they're going to train you on how to program EOS. But you just have to you have to be willing to learn.
Willing to learn and have the energy and willing to bring value.
Yeah.
And work hard, and then. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So back to your point. Yep.
Let me tell you a little bit about where we at as a company currently. So what we're doing now, we're doing the airdrop. We're not an ICO. We're not raising funds. We're funding the project ourselves. So we're.
Let me back up a little bit. Some viewers might not know exactly what an airdrop is.
Okay.
So really quickly, just.
Would you like me to explain?
Yeah, just really quickly explain.
So an airdrop is it's a company or a project allocating tokens to a list of holders of a certain token.
So in this case, it would be EOS.
In this case,
so
it would
be
EOS.
If you hold EOS,
you will get our token.
You get your token.
Yeah.
And do they have to register their EOS somewhere?
Yes.
Okay.
Hopefully everybody registered
already
their EOS.
Registered.
Yes.
For your project, it's only people that already registered at a certain date.
Correct. We're using the Genesis snapshot, which is
Genesis snapshot.
Yes. which is the snapshot that was taken when the EOS ERC20 tokens were frozen, and it's a snapshot that block one captured.
Block one is the company that's developing.
Yes, and also the block producers also ran this snapshot. So we're utilizing that snapshot to allocate the balances at a 1-to-1 ratio.
1-to-1. Okay, so one
means
EOS token equals
one Horus token.
And what's going to be the ticker? Can you reveal that yet, or is that proprietary?
The what?
The ticker, like
the
four-letter
name?
word. Yeah, the name.
We're looking to have it named Horus.
Okay, just Horus coin.
Yes.
Okay.
Horus token.
So Horus token. Okay.
Yes, but it will be only Horus, no Horus token, only Horus.
Okay.
So we're doing the airdrop, we're allocating the balances, right? And then after that, we're gonna kick in the implementation phase of the pilot. So we want to demonstrate the potential of the platform for clients. So the pilot would demonstrate what the platform can do. And then after the pilot, we want to move into the beta phase, where we're gonna work with a couple companies in the blockchain field that are willing to come in and test the platform with us.
Okay.
And
do you already have people signed up?
I already have a couple of blockchain companies that are interested in working with us.
Right. So you already garnered the interest. It's a
Yes.
matter of just like let's do this.
Yes. The reason why is that blockchain companies or global companies, because of the nature of blockchain.
Yeah, decentralized. Yeah.
Yes. So they're global companies. They're growing and they're tripling their employees in the next 12 months or 2 years. So
that's a very big area of hiring.
yes.
Yeah.
So they're growing so much, and then they don't have an infrastructure to scale their payroll.
Yes.
So
that's a big need.
yes. So currently
People want to get paid.
Yeah. So currently these companies are, they don't have a global payroll provider. They're working outside of that with in-country payroll, but then they're changing data in 20 different ways. So it's very appealing to these companies, a solution that is free to use for them, and they can connect and have only one portal. So yes, after the beta, we're thinking into having full working product by June of next year, and open doors
about a year from now.
Yes, about a year from now, and that's being conservative. Our application is not very hard. What is challenging is designing the application to cater for the payroll community and integrating tools. We're also planning to integrate communications between human capital management systems and our portal, so the data flows automatically. So that's phase 2 of the application, where HR, when they enter a new employee, for example, they enter all the details and they save that. It'll create a file that generates a connector file that it goes into a portal automatically and becomes visible to the payroll vendor. So in some countries, regulations are very tight, where you need to report new hires to the government within a certain amount of days, and then this is automating that process. So it is a step up, and we're the only global payroll company that is doing that currently. So that's that, and the other major step is to allow cryptocurrency disbursement of payroll. So meaning that after your vendor processes your payroll, they generate a file that is a gross to net file that has all the net amounts and the addresses of the individual employees, and then this file is loadable to the portal, and then it disperses the payroll in a cryptocurrency of the choice of the client, but preferably a cryptocurrency that will be in the ecosystem of EOS.
Okay.
So and then maybe later we will adventure to other cryptocurrencies that are outside of EOS, but for now.
Interesting. Okay. But that's like
later down in the future. Okay. But for now, that's what we're doing.
So let me think. I mean, I'm just thinking outside the box here, but let's say EOS does not get up and running.
Okay.
can you pivot? Can you go on another system? Can you put your payroll system on Neo? Can you put on Ethereum? Or
I
is it
could,
only
but it would be
built
extremely expensive for
to change
clients
everything?
not to change everything.
Oh, because of the transaction fee.
Because of the transaction fees. So EOS is the only available solution that is allowing us to scale, and it's allowing us to do feeless transactions. So something like this in another system would be extremely expensive to do. If we create also a small application for time and attendance data, all those employees clocking in and out every day will be very expensive for a company. So there's no question that EOS is going to launch and it's going to be successful. Right now the priority is securing the network, making sure that the software is solid and secure before we launch the platform. I'm thinking that we're going to have a go today, and we're going to have a platform today by the end of the day, live and up and going.
Wow, by the end of the day today.
Yes.
You heard it on my channel.
Yes. So we're hoping that we're going to be live, the EOS platform. So yeah, there's no question about that, whether or not the platform will launch. It will launch. There is over 100 different blog producers lining up, ready to launch the platform.
I
So
heard
it's
over
a huge
150,
community.
yeah.
Yes.
And only 21 are going to get chosen.
Only 21, but that will constantly change because.
Oh, that can change.
Yes. So votes are cast every 126 seconds.
Votes are cast. Okay. Votes
Every
are cast
126
seconds.
So this is not a position
what's
that.
Where'd that number come from?
That's the way the algorithm, is the way it's been programmed.
Why not 127?
I don't know. So that's the way it's been coded.
Okay.
But the idea is that this is not something that you run a campaign and you get chosen for 4 years and then you're in that position for a long time.
Yeah.
The idea is these blog producers are going to be rotating constantly, so everybody gets a chance to be a blog producer.
But you spend all this money on equipment, right? You're like, you have your, like I interviewed a guy from one of the blog producers, and
Right.
They have their servers like sitting in Utah or Montana,
Right.
and then that's it. Like then they get voted out.
Well, it's all about innovation.
Okay.
So these blog producers have
An
they're campaigning,
incentive.
they're bringing value to the community. So obviously, if you have 21 blog producers and somebody else comes and innovates something new that the community see a lot of value in, they're gonna vote it in,
Yeah.
and somebody else is gonna get kicked out. Or if another blog producer,
So they have to keep up with.
they have to keep up.
They have the latest iPhone, or they're gonna get kicked out.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be
Wow. So
they're gonna be competing.
Technology evolve very quickly.
Yes,
and incentive to keep going.
it's all about bringing value to the community and to the voters. So bringing value in different ways, in different programs, things like that. So there are a lot of different flavors, and also it's about the region where these blog producers are located. You don't want them all centralized in one location. You want blog producers everywhere, in every single part of the world. So there's something to keep in mind as well.
It's very insightful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So all right. So you definitely want to be on EOS, and EOS, as for now, is the only sort of ecosystem-like application which doesn't have transaction fees. I heard there's other systems that have this sort of decentralized or
feeless transaction.
Well, what am I trying to say? Proof of stake, decentralized proof of stake.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
but there's a couple others, but that's not an ecosystem. Like Steemit sort of runs on this. But
right.
It's not, it's not an ecosystem.
It's not a smart contract platform.
It's what?
It's not a smart contract
Right, it's
platform
not a
where you
smart
can
contract.
run smart
Yeah, yeah.
contracts and it is more programmable.
Right.
Yeah, that's correct.
So right now, EOS is the only smart contract platform
that is feeless and
okay.
is scalable. The big selling point here is that it's feeless and also scalable.
Yeah.
We're looking at from 500 to 1,000 transactions per second here at launch. and that number will improve
Per second.
because of the ability to scale horizontally and vertically.
So not to be sort of the devil's advocate here, but I heard like Visa, I think processes what, like 2,000 or 3,000 transactions a second.
Visa, maybe 20,000 or 50,000
Okay,
transactions
so
per
obviously
second.
even a bigger magnitude. So 1,000 a second, that doesn't seem like a large number.
Not at this point. The good thing is that EOS is designed to scale. EOS can scale as the block producers are upgrading their equipment and we're more capable of running bigger servers. So EOS is designed to scale. At this point of adoption, there's not a need for 50,000 transactions per second. Not even our payroll portal full potential is going to utilize a fraction of that. And then there are not as many applications initially. So as we grow and we develop more applications and the system grows, also the servers and everything upgrades and the network gets bigger. So we're gonna get to that point eventually where we can put as many transactions as Visa does. So.
Okay, this is all really insightful, and I feel like we've covered a lot. So I'm going to close this off, but I really am leaving the most important question to the end. And I'm sure all of you guys have been wondering, probably since this video started, and that's what inspired the mustache.
So I did no shave November.
No shave
November.
Okay.
So I did a challenge with a friend, and then after a while I was starting to like it, so I decided to keep it.
Okay, so charity turned into personal choice.
It turns into sort of a style, and then I love that I've become more memorable.
Yeah,
so,
definitely. I mean, I saw him in the hallway. I was like, I need to talk to that guy. And
looks
look,
important.
and then I mean, he is really important. I mean, he's one of the leading innovators in the EOS space. I had a joke in him. I was like, "Are you famous?" And he's like,
"Oh, thank you."
I was like, "Wait, are you EOS famous?" He's like, "Yeah, a little bit."
No, not yet. I'm not that famous yet, but
Yeah.
hopefully next year I'll be.
Yeah.
My platform, the services that we're creating will be very famous.
Yeah. Well, it was so nice having you on my show, Jarib.
Thank you.
Jarib. I want to make sure I pronounce that right. Jarib. And we'll hope to see you soon. I'll see you around the conference. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank
See
you
you soon.
everyone for listening.